Okay, so welcome everyone. Today we are going to continue with the topic which is colors. So हम लोग यहाँ पे कलर्स का हम लोग ने क्या देखा था आरजीबी का आरजीबी कलर्स देखे थे हम लोग ने। आगे हम लोग अभी हेक्स देखने वाले हैं आज। ओके, और एचएसएल भी देखेंगे उसके बाद। नेक्स्ट टॉपिक्स वी विल कवर। ओके, so let me just start my browser, and over here what we have, let's type something which is called CSS colors codes. Okay, you can see over here we have colors available in different formats. Yeah, this is the perfect one. Okay, this is the perfect one. So you can see over here we have RGB color, and what color is this we will see just in a bit. Okay, so let's understand what color is this. First of all, RGB. Okay, let's have this color over here. Okay, did you notice anything like over here? If we have all the colors like red, green, blue, everything 255 255 255 proportion, then we will be getting a white color. Okay, so what we are going to do, we have already seen it. So I'm just changing some proportion over here. You can see like what we are getting. We have something like this. Okay, so this is one thing. And next what we are going to see, what is hex color. Okay, hex color is written with the help of hashtag. Okay, and over here also, let's see what color is this basically. Let me have some more data like H2 lorem 5. Okay, oops, I wrote 50, I think. Yeah, it's 55. Let's write lorem 5, enter. Okay, we got over here. So now what we are going to do, we are going to target H2 tag, and over here we are going to provide color of hex. Okay, so don't worry about that, how you will understand all these things like what is the code and everything. Okay, you do not have to remember anything hexadecimal. Okay, or this you will be getting lot of information on internet. Okay, so one more thing over here I would like to inform everyone, like whenever you will be doing any programming, okay, or any web designing thing activity, or any project you are working on, you can very well take the help of internet. Okay, so from day one I'm just saying that do not try to memorize anything. Okay, do not try to memorize anything. As soon as you practice all the things, your hands will automatically get the practice, and they will be writing the code. Like if I have to write anything, like I have to start with head tag, h1 tag. So it is not like that I have to write something like this. Okay, I have to write something like this. See, just have a look over here. um I have to just start with my lesser sign, then I have to write h1, okay, greater sign, and then inside that I have to write something, some data, and then lesser sign forward slash. No, not at all. Okay, first of all, VS Code will help you, okay, with that. And later, and as soon as you practice more and more, your hands will be automatically trained. Like when you ride a bike or something like that, initially you fail to accelerate that, uh, provide brake or something like that. Okay, when you have some breaker or something like that, it becomes difficult when you have to accelerate, when you have to gear down, when you have to just um, break down. Okay, something like that. As soon as gradually when you try to use the bike or car, whatever you're using. Okay, so your hands get automatically trained, like your brain automatically gives the signal like, oh yeah, we are getting a what we say, um, a breaker. Okay, we are getting a breaker, so it automatically sends the signals that you have to do braking, you have to down the acceleration or something like that. So everything will be done automatically instant. Okay, so don't worry about that. Over here, what you have to understand, you have to understand the techniques, you have to understand the ways how you can do, and you have to apply the logic. That's it, and everything else will be available on online, and you can take the help of that to achieve your goals. Okay, so we have this as well. Okay, what is SSL? HSL is basically hue, saturation, and lightness. Okay, that will be having some proportion into which we will be getting different colors. So that depends upon like if we have to have a normal color, that's it. Okay, so we can use instead of RGB, we can use red, green, blue, black, whatever we want. But when that scenario changes, like I want green color, but that should be lighter, the opacity should be lighter. In that scenario, what you'll be using? RGBA. Okay, alpha will also be included over here. So depending upon your requirement, you will be using different types of color methods. Is it clear, everyone, till now? Just let me know in the chat box. Okay. Okay, fine. So what we are going to see today, next topic, what we are going to learn is that what is box model. Okay, you might be wondering what is box model in HTML or web designing or something like that. Box model is used when talking about s- some design, some layout, when you want to put some element on some specific location. Okay, at that time, like whenever you are creating a some drawing or something on your piece of paper. Okay, so you draw something on at the bottom of the page, you draw something at the top of the page or at the corner of the page, depending upon your requirement, depending upon the design what you want to show or showcase on that particular page. So depending upon comparing to that only, we have web designing, that will also be something creative work. Okay, over here also you have to control the elements where they will be appearing on the web page. So let's understand what is basically a box model. Okay, so what I'm going to do over here, let's see some examples. Let me just close this. Now suppose I want to create a div. Okay, I want to create a div. So how I can do? Container, this will be my container. Okay, and after that what I'll be having, I will be having multiple divs inside it. Okay, so with the class name box1 multiplied by say 3. Okay, enter. We can see over here what we got. We got 3 divs created with the with the name of box, with the class name of box, basically we can say over here. So let me just open this particular page whatever we have created on browser and see the difference what we have over here. Okay, so now let me just align it. Okay, Yeah, we can in anyways. What we want main div. Okay, main div, something like that. Whatever you want, you can put it. Why I put container? Because uh, it in many of the cases you'll be seeing that if you are creating a main container, main div or something like that, you will be having that class name as a container only. Okay, mostly you will be seeing that, but it is not mandatory that you should have class name as sorry, container only. You can have anything. Okay, you can have anything, no worries about that. So let's understand what is this basically. So for that, what we have to do, we have to start with a style so that we are able to see all the elements properly. So what I'm going to do over here, first of all, let me have margin, margin of 0. Oops, universal selector I'll be putting over here. After that, margin will be 0 and padding will be 0. Okay, so that everything, uh, all the padding and margin, everything is removed. Okay, now I'll be targeting my main div now. Main div. Okay, over here, what I'll be doing, I will be providing some background color first of all to differentiate. So over here, what I'll be doing, I'll be providing bisque color. Okay, bisque, but over here you cannot see anything because we have not given any width and height to it. So what I'll be giving width of we can say 50 percent, let it be. Okay, height not 50%, let's see, height of uh, 500 pixels. No, not 500 pixels. Let's have it around 200 pixels. That's it. Okay. So we have over here 50% width and 200 pixels of height. So you can see over here, as soon as I increase the viewport of my web page, this width will be increasing. It will always keep the ratio 50%, 50 by 50. Okay, so it is something like that. Okay, now here what we want to understand, first of all, let me have this thing removed. Okay, this thing removed, and now you can see over here we have some margins. Okay, some margin we have over here. So let me just show you what is box model first of all. So let's have some data as well into it. Okay, this divs, what I can write, div 1. Okay, over here I can write div 2, I can write div 3, something like that. Okay, over here we have. Okay, now the thing is that what you can see over here is your data, like div, whatever we have created, this is our div basically. Okay, now over here you can see padding is nothing, border is nothing, and what we can see over here, we have not provided any margin to it. Okay, we have not provided any margin to it, but still we are getting 8 pixels or whatever. Let's see over here. Yeah, over here you can see we have 8 pixels of margin. Okay, we can control from here as well, but that won't be permanent. Okay, so by default we are getting 8 pixels of margin. Like over here what we are getting, for removing all that margin, what we use basically, we use this thing, universal selector star, and then margin and padding 0 0. Now you can see over here the margin which was 8 pixels over here, that has become 0. Like we can say nothing. Okay, over here also you can see we do not have margin now. margin column margin thing is striked out. So we do not have margin and we are having all the things uh, um, at the left hand side and on the top side or top touching top. Basically you can see over here we do not have anything over here. Okay, now what next we want, every element whatever we will be putting on HTML, okay, on HTML page, that will be having all these things. Okay, over here this will be the content, okay, whatever we will be putting. And if we are providing any padding, okay, with respect to its border, okay, that this will become border and this will become padding. So between border and the content whatever we are putting, if we are providing some values, then those values will be visible over here. So you can imagine that each and everything whatever we are writing on our HTML, that will represent a box to us. Okay, that will represent a box to it. And with that we can control everything like, okay, okay, so we can take the control of that, like as soon as we require something I can do that. See over here, main div, if I give padding or not padding, I am giving margin. Okay, margin left. Okay, I want to give margin left of say 30 pixels. Okay, now you can see over here we got margin of 30 pixels. Okay, margin of 30 pixels, it's moved little bit over here. Okay, so you can see that over here. And let's see what is the difference. Let's have, okay, okay, computed. When we go to computed, we are getting on top. Okay, so over here you can see this is our data. Okay, this is our div, basically what we can see. Okay, after that padding, there is nothing, no padding, border, no border. And over here you can see we got, over here we got margin left, what we had applied over here. So in this way we will be getting all the content whatever we are putting. Like let's have an example, different example. Suppose if I write h2 tag, suppose, okay, hello everyone. Okay, now we got hello everyone over here. Okay, now I'll be clicking on hello everyone. Okay, now you can see computing. Okay, over here data is here. Okay, no margin, no padding, no border, nothing. Okay, you can see that. So now if I want to provide anything, then I can use that. And depending upon that I can move the content, move the element wherever we want. Okay, now one more thing, I got many questions like if I have to create a div, multiple div or something like that, how I can align those uh, in a horizontal way, something like that. Okay, first div, second div, third div, something like that, how we can do that. So what we can do over here, let me just have this over here. Okay, and over here I need to just remove this. Okay, now so what I want over here, I want this divs to be aligned vertically, like horizontally, next one below one after next. Okay, something like that. So over here what I'll be doing, I'll be targeting this main div. So we have main div over here, and I'll be giving this particular main div display property. Like display property means what, I want this particular div to have a display property in such a way that it displays everything in a line. Okay, so what we have a display property that is called flex. Okay, that is called flex. Now you can see over here we got this div1, div2, div3. Just next to each other. Before that it was one above the other. Okay, now we got next to each other we are getting. Okay, now suppose if I give uh, width, we have this one. So what we can do, oops, oh, just a minute, just a minute. Oops, what is that? Yeah, no, don't do that. Okay, okay, fine. So over here, what we have all these things over here. So let's give this width as 100%. Okay, now we have given this 100%. Now what I want over here, I want to give this particular boxes. Okay, boxes also width. Okay, width of what? Width of say 40, or no, so let's have 30%. Let's have 30%. Okay, now we got over here. Now one more thing, what we can do, we can uh, have some background, or we can have border. Yeah, that will become better. So let's have border to differentiate all of them. So let's have 1 pixel of width, solid, and red we should have. Okay, you can see over here we got all the boxes. Okay, all the all the divs aligned vertically, oh, means horizontally we can say. Okay, something like that. So this was example what I wanted to show you all. Okay, now if I increase over here to 40, you can see over here what is the difference. Okay, what is the difference, like it's covering the whole viewport. Okay, viewport. And can you see some difference over here? Let's inspect this. Okay, let's inspect this. Let me have some smaller something. Okay, okay, fine. Let me just see what we are getting over here. Now I clicked on this particular div, first div. Okay, now I clicked on first div. You can see over here what we have, border of 1.1. Okay, and over here you can see 708142 something. Okay, let's see this one, 708142. Let's have this one, 708142. So you can see that over here what is happening basically, they all have divided themselves equally, something like that it will appear. So what will happen if I add one more div over here? Okay, if I add one more div over here, that will be div 4. Okay, that will be div 4. Can you see that over here? Can you see that over here what is happening? So suppose if I have to have some images over here. Okay, I can control that. Okay, I can control that. Also I can put some image over here, some image over here, some image over here, some image over here, some heading. Okay, some paragraph. So that will help you to create your newspaper website, what we have discussed about that. Stop share, I have shared. Is it visible now, or still you are not able to see my screen? Okay. Okay. So this was all about box model. Okay. How we can control, how we generally get all the elements whatever we will be putting on our HTML, how that is displayed when we inspect something like that. We got to know everything about that. Okay. Now one more thing what I wanted to show you in the coding, in the universal selector, what we use generally, we use something which is called box sizing, and the value for this will be border box. Okay, and the value for this will be border box, so that we have everything with respect to the borders whatever we have, and we are taking the control from the browser. Like you can see, when we put any data or something like that, we have 8 pixels of margin, okay, on top and right. I think everywhere we will be having 8 pixels of uh, margin or something like that. So with this particular code, what we are doing, we are taking the full control of the elements to ourselves. Why we are taking full control of the elements to ourselves with this particular code, we will see in the next topic. What we are going to understand, we are going to understand about display property. Okay, we are going to understand about display property, and over here we will be learning about few elements, like we have block level element and we have inline elements. Okay, let's see those elements first of all. So for that, what I can do, I can just, over here only, I can just demonstrate what is block level element. Okay, so if I click on hello everyone, can you see that over here, till where we have the content, we have from H to E. Okay, and what is this basically? This is nothing, we do not have any data over here, but when I hover over here on this particular element, I am getting the full selection. Like this is called block level element. So all the DOs, all the H1s, heading tags, all the paragraph tags, okay, I think form, header, footer, section, all these things will become a block level element, because if we put any dot also into it, it will it will conquer all the space available horizontally, something like that. Okay, what is inline element now? Let's see that as well, so you can make it out very easily. So for block level elements, for such kind of elements, what we have to specify, we have to specify the width as well. Like over here, we have to specify the width. If I have to have this H2, okay, only 50%, till 50% only we want. So what we have to do, we have to provide a width. Okay, let's see 30 pixels. Okay, let's see 30 pixels. Okay, now let's, what happened, hello, where is everyone. Okay, now let's see over here. Now you can see only till here we are getting this blue color. That means only here, till here, we are getting that 30 pixel width. Okay, and the rest thing what is happening over here, within that 30 pixels we are getting HE and EV. That's it. And everything else, every other data is getting overflowed. Okay, that is getting overflowed. So depending upon our requirement, we have to have um, that width and height controlling power as well. Okay, so that has to be very carefully measured. Okay, it is not like that we have to have measuring tape or something like that. We have to as soon as you practice, you will come to know about that as well. Don't worry about that. Okay, so we are seeing all the concepts over here. What are the things related to block level elements, and what are the things related to inline elements? So let's see what is the difference between block level and inline. So what is inline? Basically, we can say inline element are something like uh, I can show you. Let me just straight away show you. Suppose if I have a span tag, span hello everyone. Okay, I have the same data over here as well, same data over here, over here also. Okay, let's see what is the difference. Let me just remove this styling first of all. Okay, both the elements are same, both the content is same basically. So over here, if I hover, you can see hello everyone. Till here only we are getting this blue shading, and when I hover over here on this particular H1 tag, you can see the blue coloring is till here at the end of the viewport. Okay, so this is the difference. Like some tags like span tag, image tag, anchor tag, these tags are called as inline elements, because until where they will be having the data, only that space will be occupied, and rest you can utilize yourself. Okay, something like that you have to understand over here. So let me just show you about other tag, one more tag also. Suppose I'm having one image also. Okay, not image, let me have some anchor tag over here. Anchor tag, Google I'm writing. Okay, let's see this also, whether it's occupying only this much space or full width of the page. Wow, one more example what we can see over here, like over here you can see Google only over here, not occupying full page. Okay, not occupying full page, and over here we can see only this much. And next thing, the next property of inline elements is that if we have any inline element next to each other, they will be coming by default one after the other only. You can see why is this happening, because the content, this particular element is occupying only this space. Okay, and this place, rest of the place is empty. That is why if I have mentioned Google over here, just below that you can see that this Google is not shown just below this particular have hello everyone. It is shown just next to hello everyone, like span tag. Just next to span tag we are getting anchor tag, because it is, this both are inline elements. Okay, so let's see one more element. What is that? You all can make it out with the help of that as well. So over here, let's have table tag as well. There is a question, so I'm just showing it to you. TR we have to start with. Okay, TR we will be having TD. Okay, let's have name. Okay, after that let's have um, next TR. Into this I'll be having TD. Okay, let's have ABC. That's it. Okay, now we got name and AMB. Oh, AMB we got. Okay, no worries. So what we can do, we can straight away go here and over here. Let's see that as well. But what we can see over here, where is table tag? Let me just capture this table tag. I'm not getting that. So for that, what I'll do, I'll use one HR tag over here. Okay, I'm using one HR tag, and let me just drag it down a little bit. Okay, now you can see table tag. Table tag as well. You can see over here, we have behaving it as inline element. Like over here, we can see we are not getting the blue color fully over here. Okay, if I select table tag, okay, if I select both the things, like over here on top, you can see over here something like this on top, this particular selection, what we have, table. After that we have color, we have font, accessibility, name, role, keyboard, focusable. Okay, so on top you can see table. So over here we have blue color as table, like it is an inline element. And if I have td, that is also inline element. So this is the difference, and how you can make it out, so that you can understand all the elements properly, and depending upon that you can use it wisely. Okay, so now let's have some more thing about display. Okay, so before that, what I want to do, I want to remove this thing, this divs. Let's remove this divs. Okay, I have removed these divs. Okay, fine. So now there is a display property. There is another display property. Let me just have it over here, or I can show it over here as well. Not an issue. I think this will work fine. We don't want to inspect now. Okay. So the thing is that I'll be removing this as well. Let's have this particular span tag and have one styling that is called span, and over here let's have display none. Can you see that over here what we have, display as none? So you can understand over here we will be utilizing this property when we want to hide something and when we want to show something. So at that time we will be using this kind of property. Okay, so next property you can see, and what is the difference over here, you can see as soon as I apply this particular display property as none, okay, for this particular span tag, you can see this Google which was present over here, that has shifted itself to at the end of the or at the left side of the page. Basically, why it is happening like that, let me show you, demonstrate you with another example. Oh, sorry. Display and visibility are two different things. Okay, display and visibility are two different things. If we want to hide that particular content, okay, hide that particular content, okay, and we do not want to leave this particular space for other elements, okay, to occupy, at that time what we will be using, we will be using visibility hidden, so that the data whatever we have over here, that becomes hidden, but the space what was occupied by that particular element, that remains intact. Okay, that is already present over here. Okay, and if we want to remove that particular, yeah, sure, I'll be displaying in a bit. Okay, so suppose if I do not want that particular space to be lived like this blank or something like that, at that time what I'll be using, I'll be using display property that is called display none. So these features will be utilized in future codings where we want some data to be hidden, and we want some data to be visible depending upon our selections, whatever we are doing. Okay. I think after some time when we start our JavaScript, I'll be showing you a form. Okay. A form where you can see currently what you can see, this particular form. Let's have this particular form. Okay, this particular form. What is happening over here? By default, like over here, name, everything we have to fill, and over here we can see submit and clear button. Okay, I want to just provide an input and provide a challenge type of to everyone. Okay, when we start our JavaScript, i want this particular I want this particular submit button to appear only when this all data, all the fields are filled properly. Not properly, if these fields are filled properly, means not properly, these fields are filled only, then only I want to show submit button. Until then, I do not want to show submit button by default. Okay, some such kind of features we can have with these two features, these two properties. Okay, so why I'm showing like this, or why I'm showing forms over here instantly, because I want you all to just concentrate on each and every topic whatever we are learning, and please practice everything, because when we will be creating any unique thing, we will be utilizing all those small topics what we generally ignore, we can say. Okay, so please try to have provide a full concentration over here on all the topics, and please practice as well for the same. Okay, what is the time? Okay, okay, so visibility we have none. Okay, I think display is fine. Just a sec, please. Okay, we will see one more thing. Okay, one more thing over here under display property. For that, what I have to do, I just remove this, and I'll just quickly make one another file, demo4.html. Okay, okay, let's have some data over here. Okay, let's have some data over here, like let's have div uh, yeah, that's it. Div multiplied by, we can say, 3 we can have. So we have 3 divs now. So what we want to do over here, I want to have some data, lorem 5, or we can say 15. Okay, enter. Lorem 15. Why? Lorem 15. Why it is not accepting? Oh, okay. Lorem 15. Let's have div lorem 10. Let's have something lorem 20. Something like this. Okay. Okay, so all these things are happening over here, and let's see few properties over here. Display properties. Let's have one name to be written over here. Okay, and over here what I want to do, I want to have block level element. Okay, block level element is what we can say p tag. P tag, and over here I'm writing div. I'm just copying all these things. Okay, and I'm putting anywhere randomly. I'm putting anywhere. Okay, now can you see over here some difference? Like I have this particular paragraph over here, this particular paragraph over here, this particular paragraph over here. So what has happened over here, until this paragraph is written, everything is on top, and after that there is a break line, and after that we have the text data. But initially what it should happen, it should have this particular name, dev name, within that particular line only. Okay, why it is not happening like that? Because we have used a block level element which is called paragraph. That is why it is coming to the next paragraph, like next line. Basically we can say it is coming to the next line, and the rest of the data coming to the another line, something like that you can see over here. Before that, and if I have not applied this thing, then you can see everything was intact. Okay, as soon as I applied that particular thing over here, you can see this two data got separated with this particular name. Okay, that is happening over here. So now what we want to do, what we want to check over here is that let's have some um class also over here. Class, we can have class. Okay, so we can have class. We will use multiple cursors now. We are creating multiple cursors. Okay, class n. Okay, so over here what I'm going to give n1, here n2. Oh sorry, it's a class, right? So we have to use n1 only, or I need to differentiate. I should have used, okay fine, so I can use this also. I should have used id, no worries. Okay, so what I want to do over here, let's see. I want to capture n1. Okay, I want to capture n1, and what I can do over here, let's see, with one only. If I provide display in line, can you see that this particular let me just remove these things so that we will see in one um, tag only. Okay, earlier what it was happening, like this much data was on first line, Dev was written on the second line, there was a gap, and after that third line was from here. Okay, so it was happening. If I have to remove those things, I can use display inline property. Okay, next property what we have, let me have these things over here, and what I can do, I can just comment it out, and I can have display block. Let's see what block will do. Can you see that block will not do anything. Okay, block will keep the things as it is. Okay, you have to just practice that. And display, if I use none, then what will happen, that data itself will be removed, and the place whatever that data was acquiring, that will be allocated to the next available data. Okay, now the next one is display, we have inline block. Can you see the difference over here? Display inline block. So what is happening? It's behaving like this particular data is behaving now like a paragraph tag. Okay. Can you see that there is a difference? There is a gap between both the lines. Okay. If I do not use this thing, you can see, let me just use this one. You can see there was no gap between them. If I use block, inline block, so what you can see, it start behaving like the data whatever I have. Like this is my paragraph tag in which I have this particular thing. So this property is copied to full element only. Okay, that is why they are behaving like a. You can see there is a gap between. You can see. Okay, if we do something like this. Okay, so don't worry about that. uh, we do not use all these things majorly. Sometimes we will be using. So these are a little bit older stuff. Okay, so don't worry about that. We have new stuffs coming into picture. We have display property which is called flex box, grid. We are using nowadays all these things: grid, flex box. These properties we are using to align our elements in a uh, particular display thing. Okay, in a different way, something like that. So we will be utilizing this because these things, display flex, display grid, all these things are related to responsiveness to the devices. Okay, so anyways, we require whatever websites we create, or web pages what we create, that should be responsive. That means that should open properly on big screens, small screens, mobile devices, uh, uh, tabs, so everywhere that should open properly. So we will be using display flex and grid properties. So don't worry about this. But sometimes we will be using this as well. So I have just explained it over here. Okay, now just allow me 3 to 5 minutes. I'll just explain one more thing. Just let me know till here. Is it clear? Are you all getting the topic what we are discussing today? Just let me know in the chat box, please. So let's have one more demo, a quick demo, basically, I can say. Okay. So what we want over here, we want to create a table and I want to display some data into it. So let's have that table directly. Okay, over here I have a table. So now what I want to do over here, I want to start with a tr horizontal row. Okay, after that what I can do, I can start with td or table data or table head or whatever I want to create. I can do that. Okay, so over here what I'll be doing, I'll be writing h1 tag. Okay, and inside that, heading 1. Okay, heading 1. This one is done, this row is done. Now what I want something else as well. Like, let's have just next to that I want. Okay, so what I can do, h2, let's have h1 only, heading 2. Can you see that we are getting that kind of appearance, like where we used that flex, display flex property in div. Okay, you can see over here. Let's have heading 3. Okay, what we have used. Okay, h1. Okay, and over here as well we use h1. Something like this we have utilized. Okay. Now suppose I want something else also over here. Paragraph tag. This is my heading, one paragraph. Something like that I'm writing. Okay. Something like this. Okay. I can have this thing over here as well. You can put images as well. No worries. Everything, whatever you want, you can put. Okay. Now you can see when I put all this data just below each other, you can see over here what is happening. Everybody is occupying their own space. You can see. So now what I want to do over here, I want to do a styling. Okay. I want to give table a width of 100%. Okay, a width of 100%. So now you can see, oops, I should open in a browser. I should open in a browser now to display all these things. Okay, so you can see over here, if I decrease it, we have in such a way, and over here you can see in such a way, like this will be something like this. So we have everything properly aligned. Now if I want to give this particular sorry, this particular TD a different size. Like currently what it is happening, they are dividing the available space equally. Okay, so what I want to provide, suppose this particular heading, I want to provide this particular TD a little bit more space. Okay, as compared to this two TDs. So what I can do, I can just target this TD. Okay, and I can have one ID or class, whatever you want to use, um, TD1. Okay, that's it. So over here, what I can do, I can target TD, oh sorry, TD1. Okay, TD1. I can say something like uh, width of width of 40 pixels, 40% we can say. Let's see what happens. I should have the borders as well. 40, not 40 pixels. I think we have to provide pixels. Okay, already we have provided this 100 pixels, 100%. Okay, okay, okay. So, okay. TD means table data, table data. Okay, okay. No, no, I'm missing something. I'm not doing it correctly, I think. For this, what should I have? I should have, uh, let me have background color as well for this. Background color of aqua antique white. What happened? Not antique white. Let's have yellow color. Let's have yellow color. Okay. So what is happening? I have given this TD over here, and we are providing. Oops. I should have TD heading. Okay. Correct. 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 Who was that? Ankita, correct. So this is the thing what can happen with everyone. Now you can see we are getting that. Okay. Now what I had done, I had given 40%, right? Let's see what is happening. Yeah, this is happening now correctly. Okay. Now we have 40% and the rest 60% is divided between both of them. So what I can do over here, I can provide even 60% as well. Okay, see the difference. 60% and 40% divides between these two. So if I remove the background color now, I'm getting it perfectly fine. Thank you, Ankita, for pointing out that mistake. I literally, I can say I was not aware like I'm using ID. I thought that I'm using class or something like that. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay. See over here why we are using hash, because we have provided id name, id. If we are using, like I can do straight away, if I change it to class. Okay, if I change it to class, now you can see no no changes are made over here. Okay, as soon as I target this td with the help of dot. Why? Because we target the class names with the help of dot. Now you have the same scenario. So I think, is it clear now? Okay, okay, great. And thank you all for staying so long, like 10, 11 minutes more. Thank you a lot for staying long for longer time. Okay. So tomorrow what we are going to see? Tomorrow we are going to see about, I think what next we have. Let me just uh, uh, display position that will be playing an important role in this, like we can move this particular data, okay, anywhere we want. Okay, so that will be helping you a lot. And we have something like navigation bar. If you want to create a navigation bar, and if you scroll this particular page, that navigation bar should be sticked over here. So all those things we will be learning tomorrow. So please don't be absent. I think tomorrow we will be finishing this particular topic. Okay, css, and you all have to just practice everything from the website what I have given. You will be practicing a lot of things from there which we have not covered in this section, in this lessons as well. Okay, so you all just practice from there, and if you face any difficulty anytime, you can just message me. I'll be, as soon as I'm available, I'll be providing you the support. Okay, so thank you guys for attending to the session. So I'm just going to stop my recording now.